Hello, it's Kim. We're going to talk about using peppermint essential oil. So what I like to do is I'll put a drop in my hand, then you rub it together and you make a little funnel like this, and you're going to take little sips and breathe in your mouth. So the exercise I'm going to show you is that when you breathe in, I want you to breathe out twice as long. Breathe in and then breathe out twice as long. So do that for 10 breaths. So if you're gonna count, breathe in for 10, out for 20. Okay, and what that does is it helps your, the vagus nerve in your spine. So it goes from your brain down your spine. And when people squat to go to the bathroom, it activates the vagus nerve. So that's why, like in other countries, you see people like squatting over the hole in the bathroom instead of a toilet. That's why we use that squatty potty in the bathroom, because when you're in that squat position, it activates the vagus nerve. So the same thing with your breathing is that when you exhale twice as long, then your body is going to activate that special well-being nerve. That's what the vagus nerve is. It's so that you feel okay, like get all that energy of yuck, whatever you're feeling in the moment, off of you, so that you can refocus, get all the chatter out of your brain. So what peppermint does is it oxidizes your blood. So if you had that little pulse oximeter thing like they have at the hospital to check your oxygen levels, you do a drop of peppermint and it raises your oxygen levels back up to near 100 or over 100. So it's very helpful for, respiratory and, of course, negative thinking a lot of times is because we're not breathing well. We're not getting enough oxygen to our brain. So we're going to use the peppermint essential oil to raise our oxygen levels in our bloodstream, which is going to give you more oxygen in your brain, and it'll give you more positive thoughts. So try using the oil in this way, and then the long exhale 10 times, and you're gonna feel a lot better. So don't do that while you're driving though, just in case you're like not used to breathing that much, you might get dizzy. And then I just like absolutely love peppermint, just the smell, the feel. It's very invigorating. And then it's also an adaptogen, so it's kind of weird that if you can put a drop of this under your tongue before bed. So normally breathing it and smelling it and eating it, that would be invigorating, but for some reason when it hits your bloodstream under your tongue, that helps people with sleep. So if lavender doesn't like hit the mark for you, you might have like your polar opposite in your brain, like how some people can drink coffee and get tired, or take Benadryl and get like hyper. So if you're one of those people that you're like the opposite, then try using peppermint, and that might be like your jam. It's just like medication, going to the doctor. Sometimes it's the first one you try, sometimes it's the third one you try. So in this case, we're gonna just go straight to the source and use what God put on the planet, which is the plant medicine, instead of having the ugly side effects of medication, which has been chemically altered in a lab. So your challenge is to use the peppermint. So you can also cup it in your hands and breathe it in your nose and your mouth. When you breathe it in your nose, it goes into the sinuses. When you breathe it in your mouth, it's going to go down into the lungs. So you choose which one's for you. Don't get it in your eye. Have a good day.